is Yink read Nolan. Just want to make him an acronym. I don't know how. Anyhow, YRN is a second-year MFA student and publicity officer of SJLA. And if you wonder what that entails, she makes the sometimes beautiful, sometimes hard-to-read flyers for SJLA events involving animals with monocles. Her nonfiction has recently been published in Niche magazine and Bloom. Before she discovered creative nonfiction, her bad poetry appeared in The Walrus and Guideword. In her free time, Yink worships Chef Anne Burrell and has a small room in her house with candles and a picture devoted to this person, who apparently appears on the Food Network. She also continues to publish bad poetry, along with some of her better nonfiction in Rotten Cherry, spelling zine co-authored with her best friend. Please welcome Yink read Nolan.
So I am going to read a piece that was recently published called Rewriting Elvis. I'm going to jump around a bit. I'm going to start in the middle and then go to the end. But what you basically need to know is I had a really good friend. Her name was Danielle, and she was obsessed with Elvis. So the premise of this essay is I'm describing my relationship with her and then also trying to rewrite Elvis's life to change her existence. Living on fumes. My mom doesn't like Danielle, and I don't think Danielle's mom likes anyone. But I still spend the night at Danielle's house at least once a week. Even though her mom smokes all over, Danielle is only allowed to smoke in the basement. So she's turned it into her bedroom, and we hang out there. She smokes with one hand and paints her toenails with the other, as we watch episodes of A&E's Intervention on her laptop. Danielle thinks it would have been cool if Elvis had been on Intervention, but since the show didn't exist back then, and he wasn't, our favorite episode is the one with Peter and Renee. We've seen the episode half a dozen times, but we get goosebumps every time. Renee is a bulimic housewife who relies on water pills and laxatives to stay thin. Danielle and I are collectively in love with her. We know all the words to Renee's part of the episode, and we speak along with her in our most dramatic voices, because we can relate to everything she says. I should be happy, but I'm bulimic, we say with Renee. Food is my medication. It helps me feel better, Danielle says next. Then I finish the line, food is my confidant, my friend. Danielle takes the last drag on her cigarette and puffs. So fucking true. I mean, yeah, it's about feelings and shit, but it's also totally about the food. She lights a new cigarette and gets quiet in preparation for her favorite line. After I eat, I just feel disgusted, Renee and Danielle say in unison. I will have that same voice in my head that says, throw up, just throw up, you'll feel better. Just throw up, you'll feel better. If only she would throw up, I sigh, as we watch Renee sit on her living room floor eating frozen waffles with butter and syrup. I totally get Renee, but I don't understand the frozen waffle thing. Frozen waffles are nasty and not fun to purge. For real, Danielle agrees. But like you said, she's not going to throw up anyway. Poor Renee, she just doesn't understand how good bulimia works. We call Renee a chubby bulimic. In Renee's case, chubby is code for fat. But we love her because of this. She's not all skinny scary, as Danielle says, like all the other eating disorder people we watch on Intervention. She's real, like us. The other thing we like about Renee is how carefully she puts food in her mouth, like each bite is fragile. We love to watch her eat and emulate her behavior. When Renee drives to her favorite chicken place, Danielle decides she wants fried chicken. I have to remind her that she doesn't have a license, I don't have a car, and her mom's at work, so she won't be getting any chicken tonight. Fuck this shit, I need some food, Danielle slams the ashtray on the table and stomps upstairs into the kitchen. I put out her cigarette and follow behind her with the computer in my hands. When I get to the kitchen, Danielle is gathering the ingredients for French toast. I set up the laptop on a counter diagonal from her frying pan, and we continue watching Renee. Danielle dips 3 pieces of bread in a bowl full of egg yolks and cinnamon sugar, and then drops them in the frying pan without taking her eyes off the screen, as Renee's husband talks about the insidious nature of her eating disorder. When her toast is done, Danielle microwaves some bacon and organizes a bacon French toast sandwich on a paper plate. She doesn't offer me anything, but I know where all the food is, and she always tells me I can get whatever I want. In the next scene, Renee tells her best friend Michelle about her latest med-seeking adventure to the doctor. She wanted prescription water pills. When Michelle finds out that Renee is still taking over-the-counter water pills, even though her doctor told her they were very dangerous, Michelle demands, "You're going to stop the pills and the laxatives now." And then she has a breakdown and starts crying and pleads with Renee to stop. "You've got to fight. Just fight." Laughing with a mouthful of French toast, Danielle mumbles, "Michelle's a fat bitch, just like your friend Nicole." Danielle and Nicole hate each other. They both hate everyone, yet they're polar opposites. Danielle does stuff to the world, and the world does stuff to Nicole. Well, I say, come on, admit it, twin. Danielle always calls me twin, like I'm her mirror image. Nicole can be a bitch, I admit. More than a bitch, she's totally like Michelle, and I can see her putting her hands on you and begging you to stop the diet pills and laxatives, now. So if Nicole's Michelle, does this mean I get to be Renee, I giggle? I guess you can be Renee this time. But like I said, Nicole's a bitch. Her name should be Nicola-bitch. I can't help but laugh even harder, and the name sticks. We call her that from now on. For all my friends who manage to be defunct versions of myself, Danielle is my favorite. I never get tired of her because she is always unapologetically the villain. I can't imagine life and how boring it would be without Danielle. Candy Finnegan performs Renee's intervention. She does all the eating disorder interventions. We love Candy with her former alcoholic, pre-mature grandma wrinkles, but we ignore most of the intervention and all of what happens afterwards. We try to pretend like Renee doesn't go to treatment and that she doesn't get all happy and better. We pretend that everything will be the way it is right now, forever, that we will be the same forever. I know we won't, though. I know it will be the statistical 1 out of 4 bulimics who die like intervention warns us. Danielle will probably die soon, and I might not be far behind, so we pretend like we want to die. We talk about it like it's glamorous. Like the only good bulimics are dead bulimics. But when I'm with Danielle, I don't want us to die. I want us to live on these fumes forever, inhaling each other like a manic drug. Elvis Variation version 2. Ginger Aldin, Priscilla, Elvis's dad Vernon, and his cousin gathered together in a hotel in downtown Memphis, where Elvis believes he's to take part in an interview. They sit on 2 sofas in a room with a younger, pre-former alcoholic, Candy Finnegan. Together, they are ready to intervene on Elvis's life. They've all written letters and prepared ultimatums. Candy has reassured them that what is about to happen will be life-changing and magical. They will save Elvis. They wait, and they wait. Elvis never shows up. He's gotten word of what's supposed to go down this afternoon, and he wants no part of it. After 2 hours, they give up. They don't try another intervention. Elvis still dies. Intervention revisited. Danielle and I don't talk much anymore. Without Danielle, I'm like a junkie without her drug. I'm like carrots without ranch. I have no tang, no pop. The last time I heard, Danielle is still doing what she does best, still being Danielle. I never wanted Danielle to stop being Danielle. I just wanted her to be less Danielle so she could be Danielle longer. I gave up trying to rewrite Elvis for Danielle a long time ago, but sometimes when I watch Intervention, I still find myself lost in imagination. Aunt Vicky, Uncle Sal, Danielle's mom, and I gather in a hotel in downtown Birmingham, where Danielle believes she's to take part in an interview. We sit on 2 sofas in a room with interventionist Candy Finnegan. Together we are ready to intervene on Danielle's life. We have written letters, practiced reading them, and prepared ultimatums. Candy has reassured us that what is about to happen will be life-changing and magical. We will save Danielle. We wait, and we wait. Danielle finally shows up with a smirk on her face. I knew this shit was going down. She takes a seat on one of the sofas and lights a cigarette. "We're so glad you came here today, Danielle," Candy says in her most reassuring voice. "There isn't anyone in this room who doesn't love you." I bite my lip and look at Danielle. She gives me a wink, and I want so badly for her to tell Candy how much we love her and ask about Renee. I want her to get Candy to tell us where Renee lives and if she's really all happy and better. I want Candy to say, "No, she's still a bulimic housewife, but that doesn't have to happen to you." I want Danielle to choke on her cigarette with laughter before grabbing me by the arm and driving me out of the room with her. I want us to find Renee and take her to her favorite chicken place. I want us to run away from this room and never look back. Thank you.